Hello, little baby, how are you doing today? I know you got a little bigger to my bigger.
Never too old. Randy Graham was drafted too high. Vinnie Curry ain't done it.
Yeah. You already know what time it is. It's time to sing a couple people a lullaby. One thing I'm not about to do as an Eagles fan, as Lord Brunson, is sit here and listen to some old decrepit Cowboys fans about how bad we look. You know what I'm saying? About how bad we look. We the defending Super Bowl champions. Yes, we may not be playing like it right now in the current moment, but that's the facts of the nature. That our Super Bowl is more current than anything that Dallas or Washington has done in over 20 years. Over 20 years. That's a life sentence in jail. We are more relevant than them. Nobody's talking about them. Nobody's talking about them underachieving. Nobody's talking about that because they're exactly where they've been for the last 20 years. Exactly where they've been for the last 20 years. So we're not even going to put too much energy in trolls trolling the Eagles from fan bases who just lost the previous week as well. We all got 2 wins. We all playing terrible football in the NFC East. We all playing terrible football in the NFC East. It ain't just the Eagles. It's the Redskins. It's the Giants. It's the Cowboys. You know, it's everybody. It's all 4 teams. It's compiled into a gumbo of mess. Complete mess. And that is a good thing for us. That's a good thing for us. As defending Super Bowl champions, we should have ran away with this weak division. We should have ran away with this weak division. As competition in the same division that the Super Bowl champions are in, somebody should have seized their opportunity and tried to run away with it while we were struggling, but they didn't. But they didn't. There's boatloads of talent in the NFC East. There's boatloads of talent in the NFC East. But they couldn't man up and muster up and separate themselves from the pack while the Kings were struggling. That shows the testicular fortitude in those guys. That shows the weakness in them. That shows the boy in those organizations. You couldn't separate yourself from the pack while the Kings were struggling. You gonna let the Kings get their second win like this? All they did was let us get our second win. That's all they did. We got to stop right now worrying about who's coming to the team, who's coming to save the day at running back, because none of that right now don't even matter. It don't even matter. I'm going to tell you why. Because we have somebody on our roster right now that is about to get an opportunity. And it's all about opportunity. You see Le'Veon Bell held out, and look at Connor. Look at Connor. Now I think we could do without Le'Veon. Look at this. Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy right here. Look at Connor. Look at Connor. We getting the same production at running back. You want to hold out? Go ahead. Go ahead. Hold out as long as you want. Hold out as long as you want, Le'Veon. Because there's always opportunity for somebody to step up. This is football. This is football. And I expect the same way the NFC East didn't seize their opportunity while we were struggling, the same way the NFC East could not muster up the guts to separate themselves. The only division in football with all 4 teams with a Super Bowl ring, and nobody could muster up the courage to separate themselves while the defending world champions were struggling. We all got 2 wins with the exception of the Giants. We all got 2 wins with the exception of the Giants. Real teams seize their opportunity. And real football players seize their opportunity. And there's one guy on our roster who's about to seize his opportunity. But I had to think about this today. Do we really need another running back? Do we really need another running back? Are we okay right now without another running back? Because this guy on our roster right now has been waiting for this. This is a guy who we all figured would take over. We all figured that we might not have to sign Ajayi back because we thought Corey Clement would be able to be an every down back. We're asking for all these people right now. We didn't even give Corey a shot. Mind you, Corey barely played this season. Corey barely played this season. What if Corey Clement is the answer? What if the answer is right there, healing up from a quadricep injury? What if the answer has been under our nose the whole time? But we've been blinded by the shiny lights of what we think we should do. This is why I really like Howie Roseman. This is why I really like Howie Roseman. Now, I believe a deal is going to get made, but I believe a deal is going to get made for our time. I believe a deal is going to get made under Howie's watch. I believe a deal is going to get made the best deal that Howie thinks. Not the best deal what you and I think. Not the best deal what you and I think. Now, I almost got fooled by it, by the names out there that they were saying might come and might not come. I almost got fooled by it. What if the answer is right there? What if Corey Clement is the answer? What if the answer has been there the whole time for us, Eagles Nation? What if Corey Clement seizes his opportunity the same way that the NFC East should have done it while we've been struggling? They couldn't do it, but I think Corey can. I think Corey Clement can. I believe Corey Clement is an every down back. I believe this is Corey Clement's opportunity. Opportunity to do what that running back in Pittsburgh has done. He seized his moment. This isn't the first time this has happened in the NFL. Somebody goes down and somebody else seizes a moment. That's how Dak Prescott job came. That's how Tom Brady's job came. By seizing a moment off of injury. I'm pretty sure it's happened more and more in the running back position. I believe Corey Clement going to seize his moment. I believe the coaches believe Corey Clement going to seize his moment. That's why the deal that we wanted hasn't happened. The deal that you wanted hasn't happened. I didn't want Le'Veon. I don't want Le'Veon. Shady was appealing to me. Getting Shady back was very appealing to me. Them freeing up cap space makes me think a move is going to get made, but how do we know it's not a move for a corner? How do we know it's not a move for a corner? I believe we're averaging 5 yards per carry right now at run. Is that really a concern? Is that really a concern? I believe we're averaging decent numbers per carry on run. Is that really a concern? Or is the bigger picture that we're not running enough? We ain't running the ball enough. And it's been working for us the whole time. Do we really need another running back? No. I don't think we need another running back. I think you get one on the practice squad in case. But do we need a marquee guy to come in and take snaps that Corey Clement deserved? No. No. Corey Clement was the leading receiver in the Super Bowl at running back. Corey Clement is liable to take a screen to the house. And I just heard it was going to thunderstorm on our Thursday night game, a real ugly game. And we need that. We need that, Eagles Nation. We need an ugly game. We need an ugly game. We don't need it hot and dry so Odell and Sterling can run these crisp routes. We don't need it hot and dry. We need an ugly game, and we need to seize our moment. Corey Clement has been the answer the whole time. He's been the answer the whole time. Corey Clement. We didn't even give him a fair shot. How dare us? We didn't give Corey Clement a fair shot. How dare us, Eagles Nation? The answer's been right there the whole time. Corey Clement. That's why I believe they haven't jumped so fast for a running back. That's why. We could have done it. We freed the cap space up. We got the money, but that's why I believe we haven't jumped so fast for a running back. The talent is there. It's all about putting the pieces together. You lose a game by 6, you lose a game by 3, you lose a game by 2, and the sky falling. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? Who got more wins than us in the division right now? And the sky falling? No. It's locked up. It's locked up. It's tight. It's real tight. It's real tight. They should have seized their moment. And I believe Corey will seize his moment. You want to know why Corey will going to seize his moment? Because he got the heart of a champion. Corey got the heart of a champion. There's not too many Super Bowl winners in our division right now on these rosters. But it's a boatload of them on the Eagles. It's a bunch of them on the Philadelphia Eagles. Remember that. Remember that. So Corey Clement got something that all these other guys don't got. He got the experience to seize a moment. He did it on the biggest stage. He could do it as a feature back for us. He could do it as a feature back for us. And I'm really disappointed. I went to Instagram today. I look at Jalen Mills' page. I see us tearing our boy down. We know he's not playing to his potential right now. We get it. We know he's not playing to his potential right now. But why it got to be us to remind him? Why it got to be us? Now, I'm not saying Jalen Mills is a child. I'm not saying he's a child at all by any stretch of the imagination. But when your kid or when somebody you love is underachieving and underperforming, don't you build him up? Don't you say, I know you could do it? I've seen very few of those. Very few of those comments. I've seen some of the ugliest, the most disgraceful, the most distasteful comments in Jalen Mills' comment section on Instagram today. Terrible. Terrible. He's one of us. He's a part of that team that got it done. Yeah, he's struggling right now. Yeah, I said he was struggling too. But I'm not gonna go on his social media and try to hurt that man and try to dehumanize. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. And no real fan of this team would. I'm not gonna do that. Now the coaches are doing what they should be doing with Jalen. Now I agree. If you're going to take time from somebody, Jalen should have been one of those people. He should have been one of the first. But being as though they didn't take time from Jalen Mills and they decided to build Jalen Mills up, Jalen Mills ain't played that bad in that Vikings game. It's getting better. It only gets better. It only gets better. Now, they're calling for thunderstorms in this game. Like I said, I believe we need it. I believe this game will turn into a running physical game. They're talking about thunderstorming. They're talking about real rain. I believe we're going to need it. I believe we're going to need it. We're going to get the pressure on Eli Manning, and we're going to get this win, and we're going to take control of the division because nobody else wanted to do it while we was down. We going to do it. We going to do it. A Cowboys fan troll you. You asked them, why haven't they took over yet? Why haven't they took over yet? How we lose 2 in a row, we still tied in week 5. Why haven't you taken over yet? Because you ain't got what it take. And you ain't had what it take for 20 years. You have not had what it takes for 20 years. You ain't got what it take. Why haven't you taken over yet then, Dallas, if we so trash? Why haven't you taken over yet, Washington, if we so trash? Don't make no sense. We ain't begging for no players. We're not begging for no players. We're not looking to tank. We're not looking to tank. I'm glad it's going to rain in this game. I'm glad it's going to rain in this game. Because I believe Carson Wentz could throw the ball better than Eli Manning in the rain. It rained in the Colts game. It was wet out there. That was his first game back. I believe Carson Wentz still going to do his thing. I believe the running game going to wake up. I believe the offensive line going to wake up. I believe. Why shouldn't I? Nobody else took over the division. Nobody else got the balls. Everybody else scared. They scared. Those 3 franchises in our division are scared to take this division over. It's us. It got to be us. And the answer is not getting another running back because we got him. That's why I believe they ain't moved. They can make a move in 5 minutes after I upload this video, but they haven't yet. Corey is a major factor. Corey will play a big role in this. He's there for a reason. We good, Philly. We all we got. We all we need. We are good. If it rains, we're going to win this game 24-14. If it don't rain, we're going to win this game 28-17. The Philadelphia Eagles will defeat the New York Giants. It's time to go to work. They didn't want to take it over. We're going to take it over. And nobody's going to make me, I don't care. They didn't take it over because they don't want it. They just want to see us be down there with them. So take it over then. Man up then. Win something then. That's what you're supposed to do. Because last year while y'all was trash, we took over. We ain't wait. We left you at 3-13 New York, and we took over. That's what you're supposed to do when teams got issues. You couldn't do it. You won't do it. You're going to keep it close. Because you think as long as you keep it close, you won something, but you ain't win nothing. You ain't win nothing.